Do you ever think that money is only in the soil, in the water, and in the space? When the aid is now cut, what next? We have the soil, we have the water, we have the space. What next? Now the aid is gone by the President of America. Executive order has cut off all the foreign aid. What next? So the challenge we have in Africa, what we face as Africans, or as Ugandans where I stay, that we earn and spend. We earn and spend. But the Europeans and Americans have the principle of earn, save, and invest. That's why they have become the foreign, they have become our funders. They are our stewards. These people, they work hard. They struggle hard. You rarely find somebody, a couple, whereby only a man works. But it is very much common here, where a man goes and works for the wife. It becomes so very annoying when it comes to these guys who are polygamous. Somebody has 4 wives and doesn't want any of them to work. Those are some of the cultures that I don't want to hear about. Your wife does not work. Why? She stays at home. Doing what? Look at Uganda has 45 million people. And supposing each one of if each man had 4 wives and the 4 wives are not working, what would happen? There's no revenue to be collected. You can imagine people who pay payee and your wife does not pay payee. You only feed her. She's not lame, she's not young, she's not elderly, and she's not sick. How did she work? Those cultural beliefs that women should not work, I don't like them. To hell with them. Look at Uganda has a population of younger people. It's a very young population, very younger generation. So meaning some younger people are not able to work. They are below 18 years. Actually below 10 years. So they can't work. So why shouldn't you allow your wife to go and work? Because your kids can't work already. Some people are already sick. They can't work. Maybe they are impaired. Maybe some people are already elderly. They can't work. We just remain with a very few number of people who are working for the big number. Let's give an example. If you are 45 million in Uganda, and maybe 10 million are younger people are not working, maybe 10 million are women who are married and their husbands don't want them to work. Maybe 1 million are youth who don't want to work, again because they are just lazy. That's already 21 million. Maybe 5 million are educated illiterates who think they cannot do any other job apart from office job. That's about maybe 5 million, and that becomes 26 million. Let's say maybe we have around 1 million of the elderly who can't work. 1 million. That's down 27 million. Then let's say we have maybe 1 million of those who are impaired. They are lame, they can't do physical works. Maybe they didn't go to school, so they can't do office work, so they are not earning for the country. There could be 1 million. Now it becomes about 28 million. Remember, we have 45 million. When you subtract 28 million, how many are working for the nation? Why wouldn't we, for God's sake, seek for aid from America? And do you think if we worked, all of us, those who should work, the youth who are lazy, those who despise jobs, these simple jobs, doing some business, those who despise such businesses, maybe these hard to do jobs, selling charcoal, if they all woke up and started working, would we cry over the foreign aid right now? If all of us in Africa, in Uganda, woke up and said, this is agricultural era, we say let's do farming, all of us, we shall have the food. We shall have food to sell to those European countries for export. We shall have people to innovate fertilizers, organic fertilizers to export. Because farming is diverse. We do fertilizers, we do food, We also produce the animals. We can do hides and skins. We have the horns to export. If we join the farming, we rear cows, rear chicken, we plant food. We could be the best continent within 5 years. And I'm always saying that Kataps, I have the vision, I have the dreams, but I'm always limited by the financial stand. But slowly by slowly I will be there. So basically, I don't want people to go around crying that Donald Trump, the president of America, has cut off the aid. Yes, he has cut it off. So what? What next? What is our government doing? I have always wanted to avoid such videos when I quarrel and I show my anger towards my government. It's not because I want to be angry, but it's because they have not done anything for our generation. I would be happy if the government worked for my children to be born in the future. Let me suffer, but my kids shouldn't suffer. Reason, I am working so hard, tirelessly, but we shouldn't be there doing corruption on my hard-earned money, and then my kids suffer in the future. Supposing America and other countries cut off the aid forever, where will we be? Right now, I am seeing very many HIV patients crying that the medicines are going to be stopped. If they are stopped, people would die. Eh? What has the country done for its patients? You can imagine the countries which don't have any cancer institutes, any cancer machines. Countries which have no HIV medications. HIV, we are going very far. Even malaria mosquito nets are provided by USAID. That is not right. Can't we manufacture our own mosquito nets? Where are our university lecturers? Where are our people who are learning? What have you learned in school? What have you invented? On the farm here, I've invented my own ways of feeding my birds. I've invented my own herbal medicines for my chickens. In your sector, what have you invented? What have you done? Let us stop crying America, America. America. Let it stop said. Up to when are we going to be dependent? Up to when? You imagine, if you start from childhood, if we teach our kids from childhood how to save, they save whatever they receive, earn something, save something, invest something from childhood. How would they be in their old age? Someone starting saving at the age of 10. But here in Africa, we'll know how to give baby shower, how to give bridal shower. We can't do any business shower. We do parties, baptism. Child birth is a party. Baptism is a party. Graduation is a party. Getting a job is a party. Entering a house is a party. Funeral is a party. Everything is a party. Actually, even divorce is a party. Why? Why, for God's sake? Imagine someone is getting a new girlfriend. They call it engagement. It's a party. Introduction, that they call it Kwanjula in Uganda. It's a party. Paying the dowry is a party. Wedding is a party. Why? You spend over 100 million on parties in your lifetime, but you don't have any coin in your pocket. You are renting a house. You don't have where to stay. You don't have any land to put a small farm. How do you want to live that you're buying food forever? How do you want us? How do you want me Kataps to think that somebody's earning and eating, earning and spending only? Let's wake up. There's nobody who is bewitched. You can't be bewitched and remain alive. There's nothing that is magical. You must work. Attitude and mindset. There's nothing which comes on a silver platter. Nothing comes on a silver platter, my brother, my sister. You must work for it. Work hard, earn well, save better, invest for the future. Invest for the future. We're all crying, America's cut off the arm. Not supplying us with any food, not supplying us with medicine. No. We have got the reasons why we are suffering here. Look at the youth in Uganda, where I stay in Uganda here. Personally, I'm someone who grew up as a youth, but doing the right thing. The youth today are getting spoiled, and we are seemingly not having any solution. And we are looking on the old people. We are looking on. And that is very wrong. You find someone at the age of 18 is a younger man, a young woman, a younger lady. At 18 years, she's staying with the auntie or with the mother or with the father. She has a very big phone, an iPhone, because it was given by her elder brother. This young lady has very nice hair makeup on her head because it was given by a boyfriend. This young lady has a very nice dress, has nice clothing because it's given by her, maybe her elder sisters. You can see she has everything she needs because the father sends the money wherever she is. Every day some upkeep because she's done with the university. So now she is there to be given. How do you expect such a young lady to look for a job? Look at these younger men you have in Uganda. Younger men at the age of 20, 18 are just there idling, looking for white collar jobs. Do you think there are white collar jobs in this world? What we need to change is our own attitude. If we don't change the attitude, the mindset, we shall always be stuck. Remember, last year 2 years ago, we had COVID-19. The COVID-19 made us sit down. All of us cried. We didn't have the food. You can imagine having no food in a country where where the climate is so conducive. Having no food. You can imagine we suffered, people having no food and they were crying for posho, for anything to eat. I was so disturbed. I remember I had at my home, at my farm, I had some greens. I had planted passion fruits. I had the cassava, I had the matoke. So me, I was very okay. I didn't have a problem with the food. But all my neighbors had a problem with the food because they are doing these petty jobs. You are doing a job which pays you peanut and you're not thinking about how to get the food. Remember, most of us are working for two things. Most people are working for food and shelter, which means they work to get the food to eat on their table. And then they work to get the money to pay for the rent where they are staying. So if you're working for a month, you are paid monthly salary. Then you are working to get the rent, which most of the farmers usually, when you are a farmer, you are staying in your own farm. A farmer has the house already, so he's not renting. You have to get the food. And for the farmer is having the food because already he's planting his own food. So that means we have changed our mindset and think that any white collar job is not in the office. When you have food, your life is changed. You can imagine someone who has a side income or maybe a small job. You work as a part-timer and you are a full-time farmer. This means you have food and wherever you are staying, maybe you're staying in your farm. That small salary the person earns will make the person grow and become an investor. Remember, the principle I usually give you is earn, save, invest. Money is only found in the soil, whereby whatever you plant in the soil will grow and grow. You get what you want. Money is in the water. Once you enter the water, water is life. You can do fishing in the water. Whatever you get out of the water, you can get the sand. You can get the rocks for ornaments. That is in the water. Money is in the space. That is why artificial intelligence is taking over the world. You're crying jobs today, but give it just 5 years, 5 more years, there are no more jobs for human beings. If there are jobs by 5 years from now, they will be cut by 70%. So what are you crying about foreign aid? Mr. Donald Trump, the president of America, has taught us a lesson. It's a lesson.